What is up, everybody? I'm here with my friend Sloane, but we are actually going to be touring my rig. It is the new rig that I have done and that I have now to travel around and do all the things, Sloane?
All the things.
All the things.
All the things.
So we're going to get all the details. I'm going to give Sloane the camera. We're going to do the same style of tour that I actually do. Instead of me being annoying and asking all the questions, Sloane's going to be annoying and asking all the questions.
I love being annoying.
So let's get into all of it right now.
All right, Jarrod, are you ready for this?
I haven't done a tour in a while. This is great. Shout out to you. You got your nice, beautiful Grenadier over there with an Havelock top. When that is fully built out by the person you're getting it built out by, we'll tour it as well.
I love that.
So OVP is doing your build out.
Yeah.
But if you want to see it, go to my other vlog channel, because I started a vlog channel separate than this tour and review channel. Also the building channel coming soon. Anyways.
Jarrod's just up to all the things.
I'm doing a bunch of stuff. This rig is, I guess, my 5th rig. So I've done
Ghost 1, Ghost 2.
The 2 vans, then the Jeep. Then the Ford Econoline, that was 4, and now this one's 5.
And then
I had the Ford F-250, but I never built it out. And then I had the Rivian for a very short stint.
Dude, the Rivian was hilarious.
The Rivian was sick.
Yeah, but you bought it and sold it quickly.
I did, because I couldn't afford 2 car payments. Long story with that. But this one is I love this truck so much. I was waiting for it to come out. This is a 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor, and the Raptor is important.
And why, Jarrod, did you want a Raptor?
Because nobody else really has the Raptor.
Okay, come on, that's such a lie. Why did you actually want the Raptor?
I'm a Ford guy, first off.
No, what was the smart reasoning behind why you bought a Raptor?
You can take it off the showroom floor. From when you buy a Raptor on the showroom floor, you can literally take it off-roading literally the next day. And it's like, if I was to buy the Colorado ZR2, if I was to buy a Toyota Tacoma, even the TRD Pro, I think they do make an overlanding one now. The Trail Hunter, whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think you can take that one directly off showroom floor, but this one has the Fox live valve shocks already built into it. They got the KO3 tires. Yeah, I could upgrade the rims, whatever, that's the wheels, but like, I love the KO3s are great, as well as the Fox live valve. Do not touch that suspension. Right now, these are the stock 33s or whatever it is. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into when I bought the thing, but it worked out. Ever? No, but I didn't like it. That's true. But what was nice was, because I had the Jeep and I immediately had to take it in for suspension work.
Immediately.
I had to get I put Falcons on there. The trail we went up today wasn't that bad at all. Hey, stay over here.
Glacier is wandering around on us over there.
She is a wanderer. Come on, girl. Come on.
She's coming back. Shout
out to Rain Outdoor. Thankfully, I saw this awning, the 270 awning, actually from one of the Super Pacific employees. I liked it because it's actually squared off. You can probably see it. But this is the version 2 now, and they actually have built-in lights. So these are the wires that go right into a USB, and I can now have white light or warm light and red light. Super Pacific top. Obviously, it can open up on all sides. We can do the whole thing. Got their bags in there. This has like cooking gear in it, so I can take my stuff out and do cooking.
Do these easily come out? Can you easily remove those?
Yeah, they're Velcro in the back. I'm not going to do it right now because it's full of a bunch of stuff. But yeah, there's 2 straps here, one there, and then it loops into these notches right here. Super Pacific sells a bunch of like aftermarket accessories. This is a small bag. They get a medium and a large, I believe. I have a light switch inside, which shows these lights. They also go to, I believe, a red.
Ooh, fancy.
Those are kingpins, and I believe they're also on a dimmer. Working on getting, this is not a done rig. I think anybody that owns an overlanding rig or owns a van for that matter knows that your van or your overlanding rig is never done. I will probably be adding a roof rack on there literally for aesthetics, because I don't like this gap.
I hate it.
I hate it. And I have the shark fin, so it just lifts it up even further.
Oh, yeah.
So it is what it is. I'm getting a rack. It's just a matter of where and when.
So can you lock these doors from the outside?
Yeah, I need a key.
Do you have a key?
Not on me.
You don't need one right now, but I'm just saying, like, you could be outside of your truck, coming back from a trailhead, be starving. You could open this with a key and just pop up and open and get a snack and be ready to go.
Correct. And you can actually lock it from the inside, and you can unlock it, and you can open it from the inside as well. I like it because it has the one hand You know, there's other companies that make the two-hand opening,
one's
but this is just a
one-handed.
one.
Yeah.
Passenger side, there's not much going on, or driver's side, I should say. I do have, again, the Rain Outdoor. This is their privacy tent. So
Okay, what do we use that for? What's a privacy tent for,
Shower.
Jarrod? Can you tell us?
Shower.
Do you have a shower?
No, I don't. That is another thing I'll be getting.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Someone send this guy a shower.
I actually have I've used this company in the past, and it was not the Guzzle. It was the, what's the one with the sponge?
The guzzle.
No, the Guzzle is
The sponge. The guzzle is the sponge. The geyser.
the Geyser. Thank
Geyser,
you. The
sorry,
Geyser.
sorry.
Guzzle, I use Guzzle as well. They
What's
pull
the
water.
guzzle one?
They pull water from a stream, and that filters the water. So
Interesting.
Guzzle H2O. Shout out to those guys, even though I don't have it with me. But yeah, you can like fill up your water tanks from like a stream. Geyser, I had their version 1 way back in the day,
I've
and
heard
it was
amazing
okay.
things about it.
But now their new one is really nice.
That's what I've heard.
So I would probably use that, and it can heat the water, and you use like, I think it's 0.7 gallons of water. And I would use that in here. This would be the toilet, which I don't have deployed right now, but this is the wrap-on toilet.
So interesting for me.
Yeah.
This toilet thing.
This is great for like
Crazy.
backcountry, like craziness. Like
Yeah, but it's huge, Jarrod.
it is kind of big.
And like, I don't understand it. It's like a box that you open up.
Deploy it all
Can we
on
just
camera.
open it up right now? I'm really curious on it. It's not like anything I've ever seen.
So on this side, legs come out, and then it sits on the legs.
So it's the wrap-on Trekker.
And then so it sits up higher,
Okay.
and then there's a power that goes to it.
So you have to power it.
Yeah, some of them have batteries, some of them don't. I don't remember how it all works, but this one I have to plug in. I think there is a built-in battery in the other ones. What happens is you do your business in here, and then you hit the flush button, and it cuts it off with a heat seal.
So
and
what are these called? The dry flush toilets?
it's a dry flush, correct?
Interesting.
So
But it has to have power.
this one has to have power, yeah. And then I'm not gonna say that I'm getting rid of this one. Yeah, I am. Probably getting rid of it because I have
It's huge.
my eyes set on a different company that makes something that's coming out really soon. I can say because I'm actually an affiliate with them, but they are the CompoCloset. So the CompoCloset is making a dry flush with a urine diverter. This one doesn't have a urine diverter. The Laveo dry flush doesn't have a urine diverter. Now people might be like, all right, dude, you're in the wilderness. Like, why do I even need a toilet? I spend a lot of my times in Sloane, you know this, at festivals and gatherings
Yeah,
and events.
100%.
So I would deploy this as a privacy tent,
Right.
put this in there so I can now have a bathroom
Yeah.
stall at a festival and event when there's hundreds of people around.
Right, 100%.
So that would be the whole point of it. You don't go to the events like I do.
Personally, I'm just a dirtbag, and I'm like, they have porta potties at those things. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll
they
just
do.
Run over there.
They do. They have those as well.
But it's also really tough when you're in the middle of the night and you just gotta pee, and you're like, what am I gonna do?
Well, that I
just have a
guys
jug.
have it a little easier than girls.
I just have a
do.
jug.
Yeah, I have a jug.
I just have a jug.
I now know my dog is tired because she is so bougie. She does not go into the dirt.
Glacier, are you tired?
Oh yeah. Glacier.
Look at that look. Queen.
This is now the back of the rig. Shout out to Zarges. They actually hold all my camera gear.
Woo,
So
look at that fancy box.
I love it. It's
It's one of them
literally-
aluminum fancy boxes.
and it doubles as my step. So I can
That's the
now,
reason I've thought about getting one of those, because
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like so unlevel that it's so hard to get into my truck.
It's I have a step in here, but like if I'm bringing this with me, which obviously I am, like it's just easy to just keep it out here and just step
Yeah.
on it. Well,
All right, tell us about this tailgate, because
Yes.
I'm loving this mat. It's so nice and soft and gentle.
so Billy Bars actually sent this to me. I appreciate you guys. Billy Bars is a soft, like I don't know what you would call this, like
This
a
is
hard.
it's almost like a mat, like a gym floor mat.
Yeah.
Like it's rubbery.
I honestly got it because I'm getting old, and we climb up without the Zarges case. We have to climb up here, and we put our knees on this hard metal that it wouldn't. This is now not metal.
Yeah.
Also, if it's wet out or whatever, it won't slip. Or I can also cook on here. It's a flat surface now. It's just, it was the easiest thing for me to do. Pull thingamajiggy for the Super Pacific that if I'm in there, I can now pull from the inside. That's all that is.
Oh, that is a nice
You
touch.
didn't realize what that was?
No, I thought that was just a handle for something else that was sitting, like a camera handle or something. I didn't realize that.
It is really annoying if you don't have this handle and you are in your truck.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and
I
it's,
know,
so you
I
have to
lived in a
reach down
truck.
here and grab it.
Yes, I know. I live in
Yeah,
a
they
truck.
just make this and it screws right in.
I currently don't have a way to close my back doors in my truck.
Another Super Pacific accessory is the bug screen.
Ooh, we love it.
So it has magnets on the middle here, and then it opens up, and then it's getting a little buggy out, so I put it down. But it's easy enough to just, you know, roll it up. Ugh. And there we go. There it is. So another company, shout out, Solid Woodworks. They're the ones that did my build for me. I could have done it, but they just did it in a record-breaking 5 days. So appreciate you. Solid Woodworks was recently acquired by Sandy Vans. So they are one of the same now. So Sandy Vans, Solid Woodworks, whatever. And we spent a lot of time, I think 2 or 3 days, just kind of designing and engineering the best layout for a mid-size for this canopy style tent, whatever you want to call it, like a Super Pacific, a Go Fast Camper, the Tune Overland. There's a bunch of others out there. You had an R-Tix?
And an AT.
AT. So they can now make it for pretty much any Tacoma, Ford, any short bed, really. Yeah.
But do the measurements actually fit on a Tacoma bed? Because
Yeah.
I feel like the widths are different.
The only thing that's going to change is the tops. So you can keep the same width. So yeah, this is going to change, this width, the aisle width, but I think mine is like 16 in the aisle. So it's a pretty big aisle for what it is. Let me put this up just so we can get it out of the way.
So you can also hang all bags on this back as well, back door.
Yep.
Is this another Super Pacific bag or is this a
yeah, so that's obviously the mesh one. I have like my shoes and sandals in there. So like stuff I want to breathe.
Okay.
That's
so
what
you can smell them inside? Is that why? You want to be able
well,
to smell them in there?
I mean, I want it to breathe. I mean, it's open right now. Why are you going to be a wise ass?
I mean, it's just accurate, you know? Like,
it's true. They do offer a window that you can put here in the back.
Okay.
I opted to not have it, obviously, because I didn't want people just kind of viewing in if I park in the city, and I live in the city right now, so it just made sense for me to not have the window. But it's nice to have. I did opt for the window at the cab side because the only way to clean the window of your truck itself is to remove that window. So what I would do is I would actually take the MOLLE panels off, then I would take the window and I can clean the outside of the window if it really got to that. Passenger side is a slider here, and I have, this is an insert for a sink that I can set up for everybody.
yeah, please do. We're so curious.
People
want to know how you
that was
stay
sarcasm
clean.
or...
The people want to know how you stay clean on the road, Jarrod. So we got to show them how the sink works. Okay?
This is true. They make...
But also notice all the clean lines on this. It's because it was a CNC machine. So they just
we gotta love CNCs, right?
And just go.
We love a good CNC.
This is something that I didn't realize until I walked into OVP. I was like, oh, this is how they get such straight, perfect lines, and the cabinets are all recessed and perfectly straight and beautiful. I get it now. Everything is CNC. There's no one hand building vans anymore. It's
well, there
idiotic.
are some. Nomadic Customs actually builds it by hand, which is kind of crazy.
Aggressive.
So this would be the sink setup. The only thing that we do need to fix, Super Pacific and Solid Woodworks knows this, is we need to just add a little bit more tension in there so this stays upright. But ultimately, this is how it would work. Ugh. Faucet there, sink goes, and there it is.
Where's the sink?
The sink is actually in that drawer, which I can pull out in a second. So what's nice about these is all of these are, oh boy, I just opened up my divider.
Oh boy. Jarrod just let everything go flying.
That's my junk drawer side.
The miscellaneous parts.
These are the lights that are inside. These are the Kingpin lights. So these are the 12-inch lights. I got the big 40-inch lights in there.
Okay.
I think these, what do you think, Sloane? Should they go up top? I was thinking like one up top. Like in my
it looks like you have lights up there, don't you?
No, like those right there, but I'm talking up in the tent itself.
Right, but that white's not lights? How about
No,
the
that
white
is.
lights?
We're,
no, on the side of the canvas.
that's part of the tent.
Oh, okay.
So what do you think?
Well, will they fit when you shut the top, is the question.
Yeah, for sure.
then yeah, because
that's a
it'd be
good
nice
question,
to have a
though.
light up there.
Yeah, I know the other Super Pacific guys do it that way.
Then that's what I would do, for sure.
Okay.
So what we were saying is that this is removable and he can move it into different zones, I believe. Like
What's
he can
that?
move this from here to here. So this can
Yeah,
go
if I
over
didn't have
to
my
the
water
side.
tank. I actually have another one that's stored away in the back that I
Okay.
could have just put in there as a divider.
Nice.
Shout out to one of my favorite companies, which is Roam Rest. So this is actually a mattress topper as well as my bench cushion. So what it's supposed to be is when my table is in its normal position, this is supposed to sit, and that's supposed to be my backrest, which I'll get in and I'll show you in a second. But right now it's just stacked up 4 high. Each one of these is 2.5 inches thick, and it's a mattress topper. So I designed it in the way that I asked them to do it this way. This is 19 inches widthwise, and each one of these folds is 19 inches. So at night, when I'm ready for bed, there's a mattress up top already. This will sit on top of that mattress, and now I have 5 inches of nice cushion because I'm a big dude.
So funny thing is, Jarrod took me to Roam Rest the other day, and I got to lay on all their mattresses and Jarrod's mattress. The next night, I went and laid in my bed in my alley cabin. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is terrible. So now I'm just like so ready to have my mattress from them.
Poor Alucab mattress.
Poor alley cab mattress. They just make it as cheap as they can. They're not mattress makers, they're topper makers.
Fair enough. They do make a really good topper.
They make a really good topper. They're probably one of the best in the industry, if you ask me.
So this is the big draw. So this is a half drawer on this side.
This is a halfie.
And the back half is actually storage in the back there.
We'll get into that, don't worry.
This
Jumping the gun.
is just a tabletop. It's an insert. Obviously, if I wanted to put my
You could
cooktop
cook
out
out
here,
here.
that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
This is actually my stool that I'm supposed to like put down on the ground, but
Oh, but why do we?
but I have the Zarges
Forget
box.
that.
This is my sink.
There's the sink. So this is how the sink works. Perfect.
So now I have sink, and now I have the ability to cook. Shout out to another company. Ooh. This is the Chef by Newer.
Okay.
So this is an all-in-one induction cooktop.
Okay.
Obviously, this is on 500-pound draw slides because it has to be.
It has to be.
So it can handle the weight, no problem. But the Newer is an all-in-one induction where I can now have a portable, I can go anywhere, and the battery is built into this thing.
How heavy is it?
I would say, this is a guess, but I'm gonna say 12.
Wow.
I don't know, you
pretty
pick it
heavy.
up.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's like 20 pounds.
Is it 20? I don't know.
That's maybe even 30 pounds.
I'm
That's
strong.
Pretty heavy.
Is it? It is heavy.
That's pretty like. That's
There's a lithium
pretty
battery
heavy.
in there.
Yeah,
so.
that's pretty heavy. And it's got to have an inverter as well.
Yeah, I don't know how it's actually. I don't know the guts of it. I just know that
It's pretty heavy.
it's
But
a cool contraption.
Honestly, super cool that it doesn't need to be plugged in. And then for someone that doesn't have a lot of power, you can just charge that while you drive.
I can charge it while I drive. You can actually solar charge this.
Oh wow, that's
There's a
amazing.
little device that plugs into the side, and that's a little solar port.
Wow, that's
that-
kind of nice.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. I like it a lot. So that, and actually, oddly enough, this was unplanned, but it fits perfectly in here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's always a blessing when things like that work out.
Can also use it
Wow,
to
look
go
at all this
across.
storage.
Yeah, and then this is all my storage. I got dry
All the little
storage.
cubbies in here that just
Yep.
you like put the little. Oh, your new Roam Rest.
My new
bag.
Roam Rest bag, yeah.
Jarrod, fun fact, is a bag guy. If you didn't know this,
I am a bag snob.
I didn't know this about him, but he
I
got
love
this
bags.
last time we went there.
We were just there for you,
We were just there
and
for me.
they handed me one because I've been making some sales for them. But yeah, this is also a cutting board as well on this side.
So nice.
Refrigerator, Iceco fridge. It is, in my opinion, a must-have. Shout out to Iceco. This runs off my power bank, which we'll get to, but this is the 35 liter, or yeah, the APL 35, I think. Keeps everything in there I need.
Oh, it's a dual zone.
It is a dual, actually. This is a little freezer. Actually, the whole thing can be a freezer.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it just depends on how you want it to run it.
Do you have any actual food in there?
I have, yeah, I'm gonna cook it. If you're gonna have it, you can, but burgers.
I love the offer. I appreciate it.
Tons of storage, tons of space. Like, I have a bunch of just random stuff in here. Got, like, my fan is in there. A bunch of other random stuff.
So, what was the design when you
Starlink
made
internet.
this bottom box down here? What's the thought for what's going to go in this bottom box?
This down here?
Yeah.
Just honestly, like, my chair's in there. That's just like storage that, like, I don't really need to get to all the time,
Okay.
but just in case it's there. Sometimes I put this, my cushion, I sometimes put it up here just to get out of the way, because you know my table is fine. Like I can get my laptop out and I can get work done here if I need to. Just sometimes it's just nice to not have a cushion here, and I can sit on the hard surface and I'm still fine. There's a little like cubby that I can get into down there.
Where do all your clothes go?
So I have a duffel. It's actually in the back seat right now, but I have a duffel. I have a sorry Super Pacific, but I have their Super Pacific duffel and I didn't bring it. So I have a couple ideas. They in their Super Pacific duffel, they have like Velcro that up there is a Velcro pad, so I can actually put my clothes Velcro to that thingamajiggy up top.
But you can only do that once you put the top up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking about doing like another bag like this,
right,
but just having it on that side and stuffing all my clothes in it.
Okay.
That's removable. That molly panel is removable.
Okay. What is the purpose of that molly panel?
So that is actually an insert for when the bed slides.
Okay.
There's whatever the width is, which is about 20 inches. That width is the opening, and you can use that as a bed extender. I use it as a nightstand. So there's 2 of those. So if I wanted to extend the bed that much bigger, I could do that by getting a couple crash pads. Or how I use it is I put it up in the slot, and then I have like my power station up there. I put my water up there. I put my phone up there, and I use it as a little nightstand because me and Glacier fill the bed.
Interesting.
Yeah. For power, I have the Anchor Solix. Which one is it? Is it the 2000? Yeah, it must be the 2000. And it's in there quite nicely.
It fits literally perfect in that slot. Like, did you guys design that slot for
we did,
a
yes,
like that?
We did.
Yeah, you had to, because those things are massive.
Yeah,
but
actually,
what other power banks will fit in there for people that are going to buy this?
Well, anything that's smaller than this, which a lot of power banks are smaller than this. So like the DJI that I have, that I'm doing a video on, that will fit in here. Okay. The EcoFlow Delta 3 will fit in here. The Delta 2 will fit in here. Pretty much any power bank will fit in this spot because this is a big one.
Yeah, that one's huge.
This one we cut out a notch in the back for the wheels so that
it has wheels. Mm-hmm. Wow. Aggressive.
So like it's not moving. That's the point.
Oh, so it's sunk in.
Right. This is not even strapped in, and we took a pretty rough road coming up here, and this thing didn't move.
That's good.
So
I don't want it to move.
If it's really windy out and I don't want to be outside cooking, I can actually cook inside by using this as a top or even this as a top, and then that is a removable top, and I can actually put my sink in here. So if you want to hand me my sink, I can actually show you. So
all right, let's see how this fits, Jarrod.
The sink would actually just plop right in there.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I can put that Dometic water jug, and then I use it as a sink.
Nice.
And then there is no drain on these sinks intentionally, so I could keep the water in there and then just dump it out when I don't need it. The last thing that we can kind of cover is just the Super Pacific top in itself.
Yeah. Why did you choose the Super Pacific?
I had some really good offers from other companies, and I'm not going to poo-poo on any other company. I just felt like the Super Pacific was probably the best quality-wise. You've seen others in person, you've seen mine in person, and maybe you can agree or disagree. But I just think the engineering of the cap itself was freaking spot on. They also make these wire chases, not like that's a huge deal, but like
it's a thought.
It's a thought. It's an idea.
It's an extra thought that a lot of people aren't taking the time to do.
I spent a lot of time in the Pacific Northwest, and this company, Super Pacific, is in the Pacific Northwest, and we have one huge issue here in the Pacific Northwest, which is wet, cold and wet. Yeah. And I think that they spent a lot of time dealing with the condensation, which it's fixed. Not fixed, but they definitely have a way that their engineering on their condensation is really well done. Their drain holes are probably better than anybody else's. They have one in each corner, and then they don't need the awning, the rain flap, but we can put one on if we need be. But like just how it's all done, plus the quality of the material, it's not a steel, it's an aluminum, and then just like the gutters where the doors are. There's just a lot of like minute things that people don't understand. There's over 500 rivets that are in this thing. So just like the whole thing is just really thought out and done well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I get it. And it looks like it's made heavy duty. Like
it does.
I mean, I hate to say it, but and maybe I'm wrong about this, but you can tell that it's not made in China.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
You can't say that for many toppers and many rooftop tents in the United States because a lot of people are buying their stuff from China, which we understand manufacturing in America is ridiculously expensive. You can tell that there's been a lot of attention to details on this and thought.
Yeah, they assemble it all. I don't know where they get their steel from or their metal from.
I mean, that may be from China, but it is.
No, I think they get it from Canada, oddly enough. And then I think they do the entire assembly at their shop in Portland. I mean, I watched them do a bunch. Each one is hand riveted, which is just insane. Yeah, and then just the fabric. Like if you go around to all these shows that I've been to, and
a lot of the fabric's really cheap.
Yeah, this is a marine grade fabric that I think maybe the fabric's from Canada, but they definitely get it from a place where they can handle marine grade stuff. You'd say, yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll switch rigs one time. So we should do that. We should do that for a night.
That'd be hilarious.
I got the thermal top. It's called the Thermopuff. So if this wasn't on here, this is like a white top, and it's fine. And it would just be brighter in here, which is fine, which is totally fine. I did it for insulation purposes, and then I got the gear loft. You know, I could put my phone, my keys in here at night. It's Velcro. It's really nice extra touch. Really.
Why don't you show them the bed where the magic happens? The people want to know how these things work, like how easy it is. That's the whole thing.
So what I normally would do is I would like throw all this down here, my pillows and everything else. Shout out to Rome Rest because they also did this mattress up here. This was a tri-fold, so this goes like that. And the whole thing will come out, and then this comes out like so.
Nice! Look how easy that is. Boom!
And then I would normally just, what you're leaning on, I would just throw that up here.
Nice.
But you actually, I
thought that's more comfortable than what I'm on now.
Yeah, you actually got up here and you sat on this, and it was actually pretty damn comfortable.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So when I open it up, all I do is just do that with the mattress, and then push that back.
Boom, it's simple.
Some people like to have the blankets and everything like stored up there, but I'm just like, whatever, it's fine doing it the way that I just did it. Just light switches for the lights here. Those are with Kingpin as well.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Sweet. Look at this.
Any last questions?
We like the Lagoon. Oh, Lagoon is now making a black table stand. That's legit.
Yeah, dude, I love it. Nice. Put a couple outlets in here. I got a USB right there.
Nice.
Who
ran all that power for you? Is that just stock?
That was me. I did it all.
How'd you get it run through with?
These are all removable. These are all removable panels.
Oh.
And you wire chase it all.
Nice.
Yeah. So I kind of screwed up. So this is a 12-volt port right here.
Okay.
So it's just a little too low. Well, that's actually a loose screw because I meant to take it off. So I need to just take that panel and put it up here is all. Because I can't access it. So you live, you learn. Like I put that in, and then I built all this, and I was like, oh crap, I can't get to it. So it's really easy. All I got to do is just boom, boom up there. These panels are, interchangeable, and then I now have 12-volt port that I don't have to plug. My refrigerator can go directly into that.
Nice.
Instead of going into the power station.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
I like
just
that.
Silly things like that. I can plug in my Starlink into that because they make a Starlink port for that.
That's like what I want because mine's not like that. Mine right now, everything goes to the battery.
Yeah,
so I have cords running from every angle. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I have the Mini. I can just run the cord right outside. I don't know if I'm gonna get the mount for the Starlink that goes literally on the Super Pacific. There's a guy, Keegan. Shout out to Keegan. He actually made this. So this is a insert, you can see there that like it's made to hold these Kingpin switches. Cool. Yeah.
Does he have a Super Pacific?
He does. That's why. He has a Rivian Super Pacific.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super sick. I got to put all my crap up here.
Yeah, that's a lot of storage you need to use. Yeah. You could probably hang bags there for clothing.
So I do have a trash can that I had hung up here, but I took it down. Like my axe up here, my firewood axe, my hatchet.
Okay.
And then I want to put my bear spray up here.
Yeah, easily accessible stuff. Any famous last words?
If you, well, thank you to Sloane. Thank you to everybody that also, made this build possible. Ice Cold giving me the fridge, and Solid Woodworks doing the build out for me. Rain Outdoor, the awnings and the privacy tent. Super Pacific giving me the discount that they gave me on the tent. Rome Rest. I'm naming all the companies that have hooked me up, so I appreciate you guys. All the power stations that I get. And then Sloane for making me come out here. And you know what I was gonna do is I was
No.
gonna go and make content out in the I guess the nice thing about Portland is you have mountains on one side and the coast on the other.
Right.
And I was gonna drive, instead of driving 2 hours out here, I was gonna drive 1 hour into the woods up into the mountains
By yourself.
by myself,
Where you're always by yourself.
which is probably not the best thing for me.
Exactly.
So yeah.
See? And the coast is so nice. Like, look.
It's gorgeous. It's
Look
freaking
at where we
gorgeous.
are right now. It's freaking beautiful. Like, we are literally looking at the ocean.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
that is
overlooking
the ocean right there.
It's freaking gorgeous.
It's insane. Like,
Speaking of,
It's insane.
I think you and I should go cook some dinner,
yeah, dude. It's
and then
dinner time for sure.
and then let's watch that sunset. Thank you, Sloane.
Thanks for coming to our tour, everybody.